Good morning, all my Tiffany Quilty lifers. Today's Thursday, breakfast at Tiffany's, and today for breakfast, we're going to chop up some potatoes. I don't know what to say for the AccuQuilt one because that's what we're using in today's video. This is my little Go Baby. Why? Because people ask, can you use your little Go dye thing? And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going to find something to make with it. So I found something to make with it. But before I get to that, let's see who is all here this morning. A lot of you. We got Karen, Cindy, Vicky, Aldia, Geraldine, Robin, Caroline, Lori, James, Julie, Dawn, Brenda, Jeannie, Shirley, Judy, Tracy, Pat, and plenty more. You guys been chatting in here a while. Some of you must have came in really early. Okay, AccuQuilt. That's what we're using today. So I have this box thing here. It is a Go Cube mix and match for 6-inch blocks. Okay, it's just a mix and match thing. That's what I'm going to use. And in there's always little cards and a make the cut booklet in these little kits so that you can make things from the cards or the couple things that are in these booklets, which some of them are the same as the cards. But this one, however, School Girls Puzzle, this one, is not on any of the cards, but it's in here. I said, well, I've made the other blocks. Let's see what I can do with this School Girls Puzzle. So I pulled out die number 2 and die number 5 right here to go in my little baby thing. And this is not electric, it's hand crank. As you can see, it's just a hand cranky thing. And then my 2 little thingies, my little small one is really, really messed up, and I got a big one, but it's hard to run the big one through, but we're going to use it if we have to. I also wrote down on a piece of paper, because this does not say, it just says per little tiny part for per block, but I'm going to make a big block, like a wall hanging. So I wrote down how many of each pieces I need to go cut, because I always write things down. So set that aside and show you we're using. Here, you can hold this up so they can see this little block right here. Just put that in front of the screen. So that's the block that I'm going to make. But I'm going to make 4 of them so that I can make a wall hanging, because they don't come out very big. They're small. So I have a tone on tone for the white section. Then where it shows light pink in here, I have 2 different purples, because again, I'm making a wall hanging. So I have 2 different pretty purples. I don't know how well the camera can see. Then I have 2 different pretty pinks for the area that actually shows pink. So I have a medium pink that goes with a medium pink that has flowers on it. And then for where the blue section is, I have some teals. I have this teal and this teal. Obviously, we'll hold the block up close once I make it, but for now, I just starched pressed all this. I gotta stop doing that starching thing, because it gunked up the iron all over again, and it made quite the mess, and I cleaned it already, don't worry. But it made quite the mess, and it's just, I don't know. This is why I don't starch. It's messy. So I'm going to start with the whites. I'm literally just going to throw those on the floor. And I don't know about you guys, but for my starting cuts, I actually measure the distance around here. It's always off. So I measure the distance around the cutting things, so that way I know what size I need to cut. So for this one, I need a 3-inch by 5.5-inch rectangle to make my little whatevers, and then I need a 4.5-inch-ish square for this. So I'm just going to cut 5.5-inch rectangles and then just throw them in here and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to move this out of the way completely. Move this out of the way and cut. And if I get more than one wall hanging out of all this, then good. That'll be fine. So I'm going to just cut. I'm just not cutting exact, but I'm cutting good enough. So that's about 5.5. I'm not even doing it correctly, but you know, that's just what I do. And then I'll have a string left over. I have 2. The background's always going to be the same in all of these. I'm not sure how many layers I can cut, but I'm just going to subcut this into.
When you spray your starch, you're supposed to let it dry before you.
Yeah, well, it's still flaky and messy. I'm going to cut 3-inch-ish segments.
How do you clean your iron?
How do I clean my iron? I have a video. Lately, I've just been using a rag and iron cleaner, though.
But you do have a video on deep cleaning.
But I do have a video on deep cleaning the irons. These are not being cut straight by no means. Just making quite the mess here, but we're going to run it through the machine. I think this thing will do 6 layers. Pretty sure of it. I'm literally just going to cut everything all out and then build from all my cuts. So I'm starting with die number 5. My little whatever triangles, half square triangle things. Does it go this way? It goes this way. There we go.
You got it.
Nope, I got it. They stuck to it. I don't need to save any of this. That's why I'm cutting almost to size so that I'm not wasting much, because you guys know I like this system and all, but it does waste a lot of fabric. So I'm going to cut as close to the proper size as possible before I run it through the thing. That way I'm not wasting much. But the cool part about these AccuQuilt things is they actually have exact size pieces. So all you have to do is have your exact size 1/4-inch seam, and then everything works out great. No.
Pops out of there like little puzzle pieces now.
Yep. I'm just going to make a giant stack. That way everything's cut. And I learned you got to rotate the mat different ways each time. Usually don't waste that much fabric because all that I just threw away is enough to have made like 4 or 5 1-inch strips.
Yeah, tell them that's the only problem with this.
Yeah.
It's kind of wasteful.
Yeah, the only problem with these is it's kind of wasteful, but you know, it does do the accuracy which we want. And they have so many different block things to choose from on the internet. Oh, and it still didn't. But if you cut almost to size, then you're not wasting much. 2 more. And I'll have a whole bunch of these to make probably more than one wall hanging or a small quilt. They do make electric ones for those that can't roll.
Yeah, you get your arm workout, huh?
Yeah, this definitely is an arm workout. Keeps getting stuck in there. All right, one more time for this and we'll start another one.
They said best press is a good start. Maybe you should try that for your iron. Have you ever used that?
I used Best Press at Becca's house.
Did it make the iron gunky?
I don't remember if it made the iron gunky. I never paid attention, honestly. This one I know it does because I starch and then,
Yeah, but you use stay flow here.
yeah. Right now I'm just using Stay Flow, which is still good. All right. What else do I need this die for? Did I say this was 5? I need it for my pink as well. Okay, all the whites are cut out. All right, so now we need to cut. I'll just work on these anyway, like this. Pink. Okay. Let's pull up the pink. And we're going to have 2 different cuts from the pink. Right there. So I need about right here.
Another little book.
And then I need 5.5.
The name of it.
And then I need another 4.5-ish. Ooh, this is like 3-inch, so yeah, I'll get plenty, I think. Whatever I have left over, like I said, I'll make whatever else with. Okay, so this and this goes in the next one. But these 2, I gotta cut the selvage off the one real quick because I don't want that to accidentally end up in there. Okay. About that size. About that size. And then I can do half. All right. Bring the dumb thing back over. Place these on here. Grab my little tray. Boop. When I first started cutting the 2-inch squares for my little bin of 2-inch squares, I was actually using this the whole time. That's how I ruined my mat in the first place. because this one's a 2-inch square thing. Okay. All right, a few more to do with this.
How's Havasu?
How's Havasu? It's great. I love it. Nobody else does, but I do.
I said hot and packed with
Yeah.
joy and vacation.
Yes, it's hot, and this weekend was vacationers. There was a thing in the paper: woman in bikini arrested for beating the crud out of somebody. She pulled somebody out of a car and beat somebody in a bikini. I mean, if you ever need to, take care of business in your bikini, you can do that and just go to jail for the night. And those are the kind of things you find in the paper around here is, people being arrested for drunken disorderlies because it's a party town, yet it's a retirement town all in once. It's because we have a lake. That's why. If there was no lake, it probably wouldn't be that much. But everybody comes here for the London Bridge and the lake. All right. This stack.
What's the name of the book you use in your fabric room to cut your scraps?
The book in my fabric room to cut my scraps. Well, it's not in my fabric room anymore. I made my own pile. Most of my scraps are the sizes I always cut. The book that I can use those cuts from, I don't know where it is. It's missing. A friend bought it for me too, and I don't know where it ended up. It's either in that room somewhere or in this room somewhere, but it's not on my bookshelf because I was looking for it one day to see what other ones take the sizes that I always cut anyway. All right, and then I'm going to run this halfer through.
Would you consider doing a video about sandwiching and quilting a smaller quilt bigger than a table runner on your domestic while you start in the middle of it or the edge of it?
Are you talking about free motion quilting? Would I ever consider just free motion quilting something? I don't like to free motion quilt on my domestic because it makes me hurt. And I already hurt, and I don't want to hurt more on a hobby that I love to do. You know what I mean? This may be a business, but it's my hobby passion, and I don't want to hate it because I'm doing things that I don't want to do. If that makes any sense. Sorry. I've done little free motion quilting stuff before on here, though. All right, now we need this one. And these.
Why do you rub the top?
Rub the top for static electricity. Because it's static clings to these things. So I just rub it to release the static electricity. All right.
Do you have a certain size that you cut most of the time?
A certain size. I cut all sizes. Watch my scrap and organization room video. There's definitely not that many on here. Oh man, that's like super cutting it close, but and these.
When he said but I think you can cut faster than the AccuQuilt.
I can cut faster than the AccuQuilt, yes. I've known this. Yeah, that's what I was cutting. Yeah. The AccuQuilt is just here today because I'm doing a thing from it and I want it to be accurate. Nope. Nope. We will see. Let's see. Let's stack these on here. I show you right now what this is all about. Slide it through. Now, once I slide it through, if I just take that thing off, it's static clings. Okay? So my pieces are static clung on there. Oh my goodness, come on. Just go away. But if I run it through, I learned this trick from, I don't even remember who, but they use the AccuQuilt for everything. I don't remember. It was, now, scratch it. Oh, it did stick still. This one did. The other one comes off better. Either way, it helps with static electricity. Pulled the sticker off of my AccuQuilt die. Aha! Nothing came off this time. I did it longer, probably. Someone yelling out there? All right. This one is like cutting it close. Let's see. Ooh, it's on there. Make it work. That's what we do. We'll make it work. Just hold it nice and steady. It shouldn't shift. Aha. One more time. It's exact too. But you know what? It's going to work, and I'll have plenty of pieces for my blocks. Barely, just barely. All right, next color. Got those ones, that one, that one. Now we need purple. Purple is what number? Purple, purple, purple is the number 2 die. That's this one. All right. Is there selvage on this? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. All right, so these ones are the almost 4.5. What's left? I'm wondering. Ooh, should be able to, but we'll keep it aside just in case. So these I'm just going to cut now. This direction. And then we'll
Are those basic dies that come with your cutter?
Are they basic dies that come with the cutter? I don't think the cube came with it. I think other stuff came with it. Because when I look online, the little Go, it's not called Baby anymore. It's just called Go Me or something like that. No, it was gifted to me.
Oh.
Yeah. It was gifted to me, so that's what they sent me, was this. All right, all of this now. Stack them up into 6. And one more time. Block 2. That was 2, right? I don't want to put it on here and it be the wrong one for what I need. Oh, duh. Gotta have this. Too stuck. You could also buy kits online so that you don't have to do this that are already die cut. The company will die cut the kits out, and that's how they sell them. Which is kind of cool. Probably costs more because they run it through their bigger die.
Is it easy to use?
It's easy to use, yeah. This one kind of jumps around, but
Do the dies wear out quickly or do they stay surprisingly sharp?
the dies stay sharp. It's these mats, the cutting mat itself, that wear out. Because this was brand spanking new when I got it. And now it is worn out. It does require a little bit of muscle if you're cutting 6 layers with this darn thing. Okay. You know what? That's enough of those. We'll use the scraps for something else. Oh, yeah, because I still had this pile. Now look at that.
The plastic covers reasonably priced.
I think these are $9.99 or something like that for these. Some places are $10, but I think they're 9 something on the AccuQuilt website.
You told me rotate your mat every cut.
Yeah, I rotate the mat every cut and I slightly put it to the sides.
Would they not do that?
I'm really struggling today. Yeah, I do top to bottom, the top to bottom. I turn it. I kind of go to the side. You can see it's kind of, if he held it up to the camera, you can see that it's cut crazy like on it. You can see that I alternate it often. And I also learned that from watching AccuQuilt people. All right, now moving on to the teal, which I'm cutting the number 5 as well. Oh, that's number 2, number 5, right here. All right, and this teal also has a mess up in it. See?
Oh my. What the world?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it on the other piece too?
No, just on this one only. But I'm just going to cut the selvage off, and I probably won't even use that side. All right, what did I need size-wise again? Oh, yeah. Hmm. Anyways, we will just cut that much off of this one because it has a boo-boo. Once all these parts and pieces are out, all we have to do is start laying it out and sewing. Like I said, all the excess will get used still. Because they make half square triangles as well, so. Oh, I already cut that. What a dummy. All right. Last of all the fabric. I started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 fat quarters. All right. This die, which is number 2. Number 5, I mean. Yep. There we go. And then we can sew. Because I feel like I've been cutting forever. But again, I'm over cutting because I really don't need as much as I'm cutting for one block. No, I got it. They have other cutting machines too, by the way, out there in the quilting world. So you don't have to get AccuQuilt, but the electric one I'm assuming is going to be better than this one. I think I'm cutting way more than I need of this teal. All right. I'll just do 2 more times because I feel like that's a lot. And we've been cutting for how many? 40 minutes.
Well, you didn't start right away.
Well, I didn't start right away, so. So this is a lot longer than my normal cutting. I would have had this all cut out. It's the only thing. I'm quick, so. But the good thing is this is for specific, accurate, you know. So it should be good.
Crumb quilting?
Do I do crumb quilting? Is that the question?
Is it crumb quilting? A question mark.
You can put crumbs through these things, but it would be easier just to sew them together in all sorts of funky manners. But this is also good for running your scraps through. All right, everything is cut out now. So lay it out. Slide that over. That over there. We need this. I don't need this. And we need an iron and ironing board.
I could have got you that. You just sit down.
You can plug it in. All right, here we go. Take a drink of water. We're gonna
What
move
was it? Oh, guess that's pretty cool.
that
I never
out of the
tell if that
way.
thing has water in it.
All right. To make one block, I need 40. Well, let's just start laying it out. That. 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 Two. Going this way. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Need one of these here. Two of these. Okay, bring it closer. That and that. And that. Okay. There's one little section. Then this section will be my teal. Two of these. Two teals. Two purples. And then do the opposite for here. Two whites. Oops. Just gonna go this way. This way. And then this will get two different purples. See, I mixed things up so it's not always the same in every segment.
What size block are you making?
The block size that I'm making is 6-inch finished. Need one of those. Two. These. One of these. Two of these. I thought all these were right side up, but apparently I flipped them in the taking it off. Okay. There. Oops, one more. Whatever. Here we go. I think that's how it goes. Good, good, good. All right, let's make this. Okay, so as long as you have an accurate 1/4-inch seam, everything should line up nicely with this kind of stuff. Just gonna make all the half square triangles. My 1/4-inch seam is so accurate right now that I'm touching tip to tip, just like it's supposed to. It's a miracle. These two blue in. Now these pinks. And now these greens. You know, I didn't choose this project until like 11 p.m. I had remembered last night. I was in the fabric room cutting scraps up, and all of a sudden I said to myself, oh man, well, I didn't use that word, but I used the bad word. What the H? I forgot to make a video to go live in the morning, or else I'll have to do it in the morning and then struggle with problems. So yeah, I didn't even, I went around the room and I was like, what can I make? What can I make? I said it to myself 500 times, and then finally I was like, let's use the AccuQuilt thing. So I dug through all the little cards and said, I don't want to do any of these. And I looked in the book and I said, well, I'll do this one. I'm pressing everything to the dark. And there's no dog ears to cut off because these are AccuQuilt dyed pieces. So they are pre-cut on those corners. So if you sew it exactly, there is no trimming. Everything should be exactly the size it needs to be. That's the other good thing about this. You cut everything out. Once you sew it, it should all come out the size it's supposed to be. As long as you're not stretching, pulling, or tugging on your half square triangles, they should be exact. All right. So these two will go in like that. These two like this and like this. These two like that. Do, 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 do. Perfect. Now to just sew it together. I'm going to sew it together like a 16 patch though, instead of making the 4 quadrants. Sorry, I was looking to make sure. I was looking at the book, making sure that I got it correct. And I do. All right, let's just press that to the left. And this one to the right. This one to the left. And this one to the right. Woohoo! Add the next. It does make small pieces. This makes small pieces. Yeah, so for your Go Baby or Go Me or whatever the small one is called that you have, then just note that the blocks that you make for the small one are always smaller. All right, so I webbed them together. Makes it so much easier to put them together because everything's hooked now. I should have all my points too with my consistent 1/4 inch seam. just press. I don't press my seams open, which most people that use an AccuQuilt die system do. But I'm not going to because I don't really press seams open. But a lot of people that use the AccuQuilt, I've seen press their seams open. All right. You can hold this up and show them. This has all the colors that I'm using. So this is just one I need to make 4 of these to make one bigger block.
That is awesome.
So I'm going to start over. Oh, no, I'm just going to put it right there. All right, let's do this again. We need this, that, 2, 3 of those, 1 of those. Oops, I already have that. Need 3 of these. Need 2 of those. 2 of these. 2 and 2. Ta-da. Okay. So I'm going to make all the half square triangles first. Just bring a stack of these up here with me. And I'm pretty sure that's the way they go. Okay. Here we go. Let's run all these through. Is anybody sewing along with me? Not like this, but, you know, sewing while watching? Or are you just watching and having your morning cup of coffee or tea or a donut? I don't know what you're having, but I call it just watching. I lurk when I'm on my friends' channels, as in I don't talk at all. When I do watch other people. So, sometimes I'm sewing. Actually, most times I'm sewing. All right. After this, that would be all the half square triangles. Just press them and lay them out. And sew it together like a 16 patch. Eric's working, sort of. Well, I asked who's sewing, so. A lot of people sewing, or are they all having their morning coffee?
Another person's making Halloween canvas bags.
Canvas bags, that's cool. So the kids can go out trick-or-treating and have a bag that's not going to fall apart with the weight of all the candy.
One's doing their first legit kit.
Ooh. I remember doing legit kits. At first, I was intimidated by it. Then I was like, started sewing. Oh, okay. That wasn't that bad.
Hey, you had somebody help you get organized all the time.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep, I had help with my organization. All right, now to lay it out.
Your husband helped you with that legit kit a lot. Did not.
Yes. Yes, Scott helped me with my legit kit with the organizing part. All right, here we go. And these go like this and like that. This, like that. Da-da-da-da-da. There we go. I feel like I'm silent.
Well, tell them what you're doing today then.
So my week has not been the greatest of weeks. I had to go, let's see, what was Saturday? Was it no, Sunday. After Sunday, Monday came, and on Monday, I had I don't even know what I had as a snack. Anyway, I'm sitting there. Oh, it was potato chips or something. You know when you just like use your tongue to clean the gunk out of your teeth when you're eating something, and you just like that. Well, I'm doing that in my mouth, and all of a sudden I had this hard rock on my tongue. My tooth broke right here in the front. So now, today, after the live stream, like directly after the live stream, if I get off a little bit earlier, I get enough time to quickly eat something. But today, after the live stream, I'm going directly to the dentist because since Monday, I haven't been able to bite down on nothing because the tooth that broke off is a fixed tooth from before, and it has a hole. So every time I bite down on anything, it actually hurts because it's going in that hole. So I got to go do that today. And everything was closed Monday, or else it probably would have got in yesterday instead. But everywhere was closed on Monday. Yeah, yesterday I had 2 doctor's appointments, or else I would have been able to get in yesterday. But I had my regular doctor appointment, and then had my mammogram. So I had too many things going on to schedule an appointment and hope to be done with one by the time another's done. You know, when you try to get it all done at the same time, but you can't, because if you're at one office and you wait 15 extra minutes because it's taking an hour for the doctor to come in, then you're going to miss your next one. And so we try not to do too many appointments in one day.
Tell until Monday, the long arm guy came?
Oh, and Tuesday the long arm guy came.
Oh, yeah, Tuesday, sorry.
And not much progress. He's ordering a, what was it called again?
Hook?
A hook. So the hook that's in the bobbin area, the hook that spins around, mine's never been replaced and it needs to be replaced. All right, this will go.
Tell him what your problem is now.
Let's put it this way. My problem now is my thread is constantly shredding. So I don't know what's going on. The machine is just got a host of problems happening. All right. I'm going to make 2 blocks at a time. One of each of those. One, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6. All right. Then I need 4. Then I need 1, 2, 1, and 2. Right? Yeah. A couple more of these because I'm figuring I'm going to need them. All right. Now I'm just going to sew the 2 more blocks worth. And altogether, I think 4 blocks will be big enough for a nice wall hanging. 4 of the bigger blocks. All right, here we go. I'll run all this through. Any questions or anything?
Tell them about your long arm. Tell them about your long arm.
Yeah.
And shredding the thread, but only that color.
Yeah.
Tell them you cleaned
Yeah,
it, it's only that color.
I cleaned the whole entire machine inside out. Well, you know, in between the tension discs and then the bottom and the bobbin area. I took floss, like dental floss, because it's waxy, and ran it through everything. And there was quite a bit of dust that comes off just doing that. I mean, I went through the whole entire machine, and right now I have mint. There's 2 spools of mint, one for the bobbin, rolling bobbins, and one for going on the machine. That's how I run things. I buy 2 of every color that I buy. Anyway, so the green, the mint, is shredding like crazy. Super shredding. Here's the kicker. It only is shredding on the quilt that's currently on the frame. To make sure that everything was running smoothly, I put a quilt on the frame to quilt. And then it's only shredding on that. Because I take a practice piece, you know, I'll load a practice piece of a different, it's same cotton fabric, it's cotton fabric. I load a practice piece and I go to stitch, no shredding. And it's in manual mode going even faster, you know, no shredding. Go right back to the quilt and it's shredding again, right? So then I put a different color in, just a different thread color. So, okay, well, I put the other spool, and it happened with the other spool. So both mint spools, it's happening. So then I load a different color. I load a gray. Still have mint in the bobbin, though. So I'm running that on my practice piece because the quilt I'm quilting, I don't want gray thread on. And the practice piece, no shredding, perfect in manual mode. It's great having, it's beautiful stitches and everything. Put the green back on, put it on the long arm, shredding again. So then I did no thread net, thinking, okay, well, if I just remove the thread net, it comes unspooled without it on its own. I don't know why, it just does that. It starts shredding again. No thread net, starts shedding again. Put a different spool on, no thread net, no shedding. Don't know if it's just these two mint, how does two spools, literally two spools of mint thread, both of them are bad and they're shredding? I don't get it. But they're only bad on the current quilt.
They're not bad on your practice.
Not on the practice piece. Does that make any sense to you? Like, so I've been slowly quilting. Once I see it shredding, then I start back over again. And I've been picking out stitches, putting down, picking out, putting down, you know. Oh. Let's just say the small quilt that is on the frame has now on day 2 is today of being quilted, and it's small, and I'm not even doing much. But yeah. So if you own a long arm, you know my struggles. Hell, if you have a regular sewing machine and you have thread troubles, you know my struggles, especially when you're free motion quilting, because there's a lot of machines that have issues with thread breakage on free motion quilting. So yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the dumb thing, other than the two spools just don't like the you know, I haven't ran the other colors on the current quilt because I don't want those colors on there. But if I did, will it shred? You know what I mean? I don't know. Or will it just be normal? I don't know. I thought about it too, and then just unpicking. But I would have to quilt a lot because it starts shredding after about a minute, you know, of working, not exactly right away. So I would literally have to pick a lot out if I was to just use the other thread on the quilt, because I don't give myself space when I quilt my own quilts. I ask everybody to send me 4 extra inches of backing fabric all the way around, 4 inches on each side all the way around. And personally, myself, I don't even put 2 inches. And you know, the funny thing is I just watched a Natalia Bonner video yesterday that says, yep, this is my own personal quilt. As you can see, there's no clamping room because I don't even, you know, she cuts it close too. I thought that was kind of funny that I'm not the only one that does that. There are some, though, that I do put oversized backing fabric, though, because I'm custom quilting it, and I know for a fact that I need that extra space because my, what is it called? My ruler base hits the side clamps, and it causes bumps and lumps and funky stitches, so I tend not to have too little of space with custom quilting. All right, apparently on this, I put that on the, okay, just make it and turn it and see what happens. 2. Oh, did I not? I thought I counted enough to make, okay, I counted enough for 1 block of these. Dummy me. So I counted enough for 2 of those. What a dummy I am. Look at that. Even I have issues. Oh, I did not. You guys are probably saying, Tiffany, look on the back of your thing. It separated itself. I don't see any more back there. I knew I cut enough for, or counted enough for 2 blocks worth. You know, whew. The case of the thread breakage on the back side. It's because I was talking about breaking thread. That's why it was broken back there. All right. 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Well, your 2 blocks are looking pretty awesome.
Just double stacking all this.
Can you get your iron from Walmart?
My iron.
The little one. There, that you use.
Oh, yeah, you can find it at Walmart. Or Amazon or anywhere. In case you want to know, it's the Sunbeam. Oh, I can't read that. That's way too tiny. Hold on. I'll tell you right now, just in case. You guys need to write down. If you want one of these little things, you got to type in model number 32610001. That's it. Sunbeam. 32610001. That's what it is. Okay. There, and that goes there. Bring it closer and chain. Oops, come on. Line up. There we go. All right. Just finger pressing. I feel like I got silent again. I don't know what to talk about in the morning time. I'm not myself yet. I don't drink coffee to, have, like some of you say, I'm not myself until I have my coffee. Well, I don't drink coffee. So I can't say that. I'm not myself until I,
Get
take my nap, actually. After nap time, I'm good to go. If I don't have a nap, then I'm not good to go. And then I struggle the rest of the day. So I'm not good until I have my morning nap. I usually get up to do a little bit of work, long arm or this. I try to do long arming first thing in the morning and then regular sewing in the afternoon because this requires more focus than my long arm, I think. But I'm always like still whatever until I have then I eat breakfast and then have a nap. And then after nap, I'm like, I'm good. Then I'm giggly and happy and talkative the rest of the day. And for those that are curious, yes, you can chain piece 2 blocks worth, as you see me just doing. You can do as many blocks worth as you want. You just have to remember what row you're on and what piece you have grabbed. So see, there's 2 blocks worth. But if I go up to the 4th, now there's 1 block, there's 2 blocks.
Your insomnia.
How's what?
Your insomnia.
My insomnia is horrible again. The doctor has prescribed me a medicine to get back on track because my body got off track all over again. I can stay asleep once I'm asleep because I have a medication for that. But right now I'm struggling to fall asleep and I don't do anything. I go at 9 o'clock, I go in the fabric room, I cut fabric. I don't listen to music. I don't watch any kind of TV. I just quietly cut fabric, and organize or whatever. Then at 10, I'm usually done between 9:45 and 10, just being in there. And then I will go to the restroom, lay down, then get up and go to the bathroom, then lay down, then lay down. I cannot fall asleep. It seems like it's like, and that's no TV, no phone, no nothing, until like 2 o'clock in the morning again. And it's driving me nuts because now I'm so tired during the day. I don't know how my schedule gets, my sleep pattern gets off. I have a dark room. My room is like a dungeon. That's how dark I keep it. And if you've been to my house, you know. But my room is like a dungeon, and you'd think I'd be able to sleep. And it's the same with nap time. Everyone says, oh, you shouldn't nap. But I need naps or my migraines are worse. Napping helps that because I'm not sleeping at night. So I have to have that nap to get that full, 6 hours of sleep in total. So I get my nap. So napping is not messing it up because I struggle to fall asleep at nap time too. Even in a room that's pitch black. So I don't know what's wrong with me again. I was going good too. I was in bed by 10:45 for the longest time and up by like 6, sometimes earlier in the morning. And then little by little, it was just later and later. I don't know why. That seam didn't work very well, but I'm going to leave it. I don't feel like messing with this. only one seam is messed up on this whole entire thing, then I'm doing good.
One lady listens to a book on tape. I wonder if that would help you.
No, you know what? When I lay down, sometimes because I have a sleep tracker that tracks my sleep and my snoring and my talk. I talk in my sleep and I flail and move in my sleep. I have restless legs, so that's also what doesn't help with the falling asleep. But I turn on, I don't know what they're called. It's just like the sound of rain, but with some beats in the background that are like calming, soothing, like piano and like I don't know, just a finger tapping on some kind of drum thing. I don't know. It helps, but it doesn't help fast enough because my sleep tracker says, if I put it on if I turn the sound on for like 30 minutes, I'm not falling asleep for 45, 50 minutes. So it's still beyond the sound until I fall asleep. It really sucks. Once I get it back on track, it'll last another, year or two, and then it'll just screw all up again. I don't know how. It doesn't help that lately I've been having really bad arthritis problem. Even my doctor noticed my hands yesterday at the doctor's office. My arthritis has been really bad in my hands and my feet. And it's really, really, really hard to fall asleep when you hurt really, really bad. I think that's how it's going. Okay, and then this one will go like that. Why does it look funny? No.
What looks funny about it?
Well, see, I wanted it there. No, those are the same, those are the same, those are different, those are different. I'm not sure I want it like that. Did I not piece them together exactly? Let's look. Ah, I didn't. This one I did. That. And this one is correct. This one is not. Anyway, let's lay this out. How did I do that? Yep, I pieced them opposite. Not my fault.
What's wrong with it? I don't understand.
Oh, these are not on the same exact side, so that's why it's not landing where I wanted it. See, these are up down here and these are up here instead.
Why does that matter?
It does to me because the layout now has to look different than what I was hoping. I was hoping they would all be in the same position, so it'd be every other color. And I can't do every other color because then these match. I wanted every other color all the way around.
What do you mean? These are all purple, these are all pinks. Just because it has a different design doesn't matter. The
different purple.
Yeah, but why does that matter?
It matters to me.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I think it looks good. I think them being all around and not matching and perfect looks better than them all being in order. I like wacky willy-nilly thrown together. I think it looks good.
Okay. We're just going to put it together like this.
It looks good.
Now I just got to remember to make the other 4 blocks the same.
How many are you going to make total?
4 of these bigger blocks to make 1 wall hanging.
So you have 4 more to make, is what you're saying?
Yeah, 4 more of these.
So it would be 8 total.
No, 4 more of the total block. Yes.
Yeah, so it'd be 8 total. You have 4 already. You're going to make 4 more. So 8 total.
No, 16 total.
Oh, okay. That'll be a big wall hanger.
No, it won't. That'll be 24 inches.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm seeing it in my head different. I'm seeing it wrong.
So when I go to make the rest of these blocks, what I'll do is I'll lay them all out exactly the same as this one once the whole thing is put together. All right. Well, that didn't happen right either. Poop. I'm going to make them all different. Whatever. That did not lay the way I wanted it, but I'm not changing it. Guess I wasn't paying attention. All right, here's my block. I need to make 4 of these. So a total of 16 of the small blocks. I'm just going to make the rest of them all willy-nilly because it's not correct.
It looks good. Like a fractured pink star.
Pretty much. All right, I'm actually ready to get off now because my gut is not happy and I need to eat still. Oh. All right, guys, any questions? I'm going to get going early today. That way I can eat and all that before my dentist appointment and be able to brush my teeth to get rid of everything that I just ate, or else I'm not giving myself enough time if I wait any longer. So if there isn't anything, I'll sit to the side so you can see the block. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all for hanging out this morning and have a wonderful day. Keep sewing. Keep doing what you're doing. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
See you on Sunday.
See you on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. That'll be the next one.